Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. It is equius, and it's me, Bugsy. We're doing more hives. We're doing more hiveswap friend friend simulator. Also, we may have to go back, and Bugsy has to make sure his determination is strong for this. Oh God, equius, why you always gotta make it weird? Hey, I didn't say anything that would make you uncomfortable, did I? Do I need to be punished? Equius, please. No, please don't don't make me answer that question. Let's just get to it. Provided your lens has your, provided you still have all your limbs attached and uncrushed, and bones uncrushed, you could possibly come you could possibly come up with a safer ways to travel. A taxi of some a taxi or some sort of bus system, but you don't have any money and any signs that you can't read. Also, you're also you're also you are covered you are also are routinely covered in blood and bruises. So walking it is. Tired as tired as you are, your feet still carry you towards friendship. So which one we going with? Well, we could go with the blue-blooded fellow. No, we're going with this one. We're doing that one on Tuesday. As usual, the streets are hopping, bouncing like an overactive bunny rabbit on Easter morning. Up ahead, the intersection streets is is some kind of night marker. Well, every market on Eternia is a night market. You, as previously stated, you are broke. Do you still want to do this even though you got background noise? We gotta deal with it some way, X, so we gotta keep going. Previously stated, you are broke. There's nothing wrong with a little window shopping. Who knows what kind of awesome stuff you can find. You can learn a lot about a culture from their stores. So, so you so you are intent. You are so intent thinking the positive thoughts that you are nearly at a market before you realize that quite a few people are coming towards you in the opposite direction. So, Equius, I mean, I know we're reading, but how do you feel that this is technically not an alternate timeline of Eternia, but the same Eternia that kind of started everything? The one you're probably on, the one you were probably on technically before everything with all of us happened. Well, it really doesn't matter, does it? I mean, you really can't weep for a dead planet now, can you? And and I kind of like my life here. All right. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Looks lively that something has something has gone down violent wise. It's not it's not a stampede. It's not a stampede. You aren't certain that there's any danger. You aren't in any danger of being trampled And the streets, the streets is wide and is wide and enough to step aside and let the crowd pass by. Or would it be? You get a brief, you get a brief furtive glimpse of a pair of focused yellow eyes under a low pull hood. And then a hand grabs yours lightly. The tips of your fingers go numb. I'm liking where this is going. Of course you would, Ek. Come on, man. Can you just let me read now? With a with a rough yank, you are pulled into the flow of the crowd. The troll girl the troll girl who has a hold of you speaks quickly and quietly. You have to lean in close to here. Lean in your head close to here. We are on a we are on a date. We are on a date. You are my main spirit. Or my Moira. Whatever you want. We're just a normal couple out on a night of the town. You wanna go catch a movie? And get some soft serve gum cream? You feel me? Wow, okay. Freak out with the pervy sound like, just play along. We're gonna just play along. Your heart beats so hard you can feel it grip to the back of your throat. You adjust your grip a little to make your hand easier to hold. In response, you get a squeeze like she's thanking you. You match her pace, surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. Behind you, people are still shouting, "What the heck happened back there?" Someone died. You figured that. It's not extremely rare for Alternia, isn't it? You've seen a way more dead people in here in the last couple of days than you have seen throughout your entire life on your planet. The troll girl tells you you thought that it was just kind of normal here. Normal, sure. When low bloods get killed, the natural order of things, right? But but it's different. But it's different with high bloods. Wait a minute. Eck, is it true? Yes, when high bloods such as me or you, well, you're not really a troll, but if high bloods get killed, yes, it's a natural matter. It's a matter that people look into. Why? Because high bloods are important. I really hate that scratch. Of course you do. Personally, I don't give a shit about the natural order. I like you. It doesn't matter what the job is, I'll take it. So High Blood is dead, and you are currently holding hands with the troll who did the dirty deed. She chose you to help lay low, i.e., she made you her accomplice, and you now are her friend. Not really. Helping someone carry out cold-blooded murder is a super friendly thing to do. I'm not even going to answer that. But, but Bugsy, your daughter has killed her fair share of trolls. Yes, and I know that, but she does regret that. Equius, don't freaking act like I'm not gonna act like she's not guilty of it. In a way, we all have blood on our hands in one way or another. Me for various reasons. You for other reasons. My daughter, very, very much the same thing. And it does make me feel guilty that I couldn't stop the flow of time long enough to get her out of there. To ever live her life with her Lucis. It was difficult for me. Equius, like you wouldn't even believe. But it is what it is. Time has to trudge on, and I have to pretend. I have to literally pretend like it doesn't bug me, being the time, being who aspect is technically time, and I gotta act like it doesn't bug me, but it does immensely. And I swear, when I get my hands on that cue ball, it's gonna be on site murder. But how do you know he's still alive? Because I just know. Either way, let's keep reading. So, helping somebody carry out cold labor is a friendly thing to do. What she call you? Her maid sprint? You aren't sure what that is, but it sounds great. My name my name is okay. This is gonna troll names kind of are hard for me to pronounce. Equius, go right ahead. Polypa. Polypa. All right. My name's Polypa. But there's no reason to go throwing it around. Let's not talk at all. You're getting really good at just voicing. Don't, dude. I did the same joke with Ansakamaro. Please let's not repeat it. You want to point this out that you want to point out that it won't look like a very convincing date if you aren't walking around in silence. But that would require talking, and she told you not to do that. A trio of spiky robots go marching by, or whatever. Their big, their big ugly, their big ugly heads swivel back and forth like they're looking for someone. Polypa doesn't say anything, keeping her eyes closed forward, but keeping her eyes forward as a sharp laser as as she go as she goes sharp as a laser. Every muscle in her body tenses up. You feel you you feel it. You feel it. You feel it through her hand. Her fingers tighten up on yours until the drones disappear into the crowd. She yanks she yanks you around the corner a, into the corner into a smaller alley connect connecting two connecting two roads. There's nothing here but a pothole and a few dumpsters. Hold on a minute. Her hoodie is a symbol on the two overlapping gold ovals. Most trolls seem to have a symbol designating their blood color on them somewhere. This this means she's a gold blood, right? Oh, high blood. You have you have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend, right? I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. But still, I can still marvel at things, can I? Ugh. What? What? I'm just joking. What? You're joking. It's just. Ugh. Can you cease? Can you cease all of these playing? Oh, come on. It makes these videos a little bit more fun if I crack jokes. Unless it's just a Chaos Lord and a troll reading these. You know? Which is good in its own right, but we gotta spicing it. We gotta liven it up a little bit. Because the other ones haven't really gotten a lot of views. So we need to spice it up, man. We gotta add the spice. We gotta make the juice. We gotta work it. Not in that way, Equius. I know what you're thinking. Okay. Polypa. Then Polypa yanks her sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top of blazing. So she's an olive blood. Equius, you want me to take over? Uh, yeah, you should go right ahead. Neva's fine though, man. So it's all good. Yes, but you know I haven't talked to her since everything. You know you should get on that. But with an olive green symbol, she looks like a cat. It's pretty cute. But it's okay, Equius. You want me to read the rest? You don't have to do it if you don't want to. No. Um, I'll read the text. You read her dialogue. Alright. She tosses her sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks a button on the side. A whoosh accompanying by a slip, a surplusy sink, surpluary sink of immolation. Note to self: don't go dumpster diving in Alternia. Polypa grabs your hand as you head back out into the street. With her other hand, she works the tie out of her hair, shaking it out of its ponytail, letting it fall thick in sweaty clumps against her neck. What is with us and knowing people that are synonymous with cats? I don't know. I guess it's just how it is. With strong men like us. Yeah, I've been really, I've been thinking about that. As have I. But let's continue. Next, she reaches up. She reaches and takes the part of her right horn off. Wait, no. It's was a bit of a veneer, an art, an artificial cover-up, a notch in the chatin. What are all these random changes about? You wonder you wonder until you actually begin to listen to some of the conversation happening around you. And check the billboard-sized screen mounted on the roofs of every block. It seems like the rumor mill is already going hard. Apparently, a well-respected Violet Blood is dead, and the pup is dead, killed in public view, full of witnesses, by a golden blood girl with a ponytail. Wow, you are really dealing with a professional here. She's an assassin. Well, Nepeta was 100, dude. You know, hey, hey, man, let's just not get caught up on this. Let's do what we're here to do and keep going. I need, I need to lay low somewhere until the heat turns down. I mean, we both do, since you're my associate now. I have, I had a contact waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. She possibly got spooked. Any ideas where likely hideouts? I'm not from around here. You wonder when the world made you think you would have any ideas what's going on, ever. Bugsy, and Bugsy, I know, you know what the text is. The only person that would, it doesn't matter. Let's keep going. But you want to know, but you kind of wanted to know how I know that Doc Scratch is alive. Well, the text. Oh, oh, yes, but that's not important right now. We'll get to that We'll get to that when we get to that. Right. She keeps giving you sharp looks as if she is gradually catching on to just what she chosen to recruit. You you want to understand her no matter how busted up you look. You are an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Well, here's your chance. What do you propose? That's a possibility. Seriously, you're getting really good at doing kind of a yeah, gender neutral, I know. Most high most high streams are around here are cheap rentals, bronze and burgundy at most. I could take them no problem. She she even though she's an olive blood, she's showing epic strongness. Oh, come on, Equius. Now's not the time for you to get turned on. We gotta keep going. I, I mean, I can take on anyone. Some jobs require a little bit more forethought. You kind of meant you kind of meant an empty unit, or maybe sulking in the foyer of, or an alien Starbucks. But you don't want to tell her. You don't want to tell your cool new friend how to do her job. There you go again, jumping the gun, claiming claiming friends you don't have the right to, but she did chose you. Through this, oh, sorry, Equius, I'm reading your thing. Through the point, she may she may be wishing that she grabbed some random stranger's hand. Well, pick one. It was your idea. Oh geez, oh geez. You seriously didn't want need this kind of responsibility in your life, but well, letting you be in charge, but you don't want to think you don't want her to think that you're useless. You are kind of wishing she would tell you what to do and leave it at that. But you pick a tall purple building at random. How about that? How about that one? Sure, I guess. You enter you enter you enter You enter what seems to be a standard shabby apartment building. Climbing the lobby steps into the hallway doors into a hallway lined with doors. This could be any apartment on Earth. Dr. Crafty is on my notifications. Let me click that off. Anyways, this could be any apartment on Earth. Letters on the nameplates. Letters on the nameplates. There are those colorful symbols that remind you a little bit of the zodiac sign. Weird, huh? Anyways, all all the ones here are red and brown like Polypa predicted. She listens She listens at a couple of doors and finally settles on one with the red symbol. You wait for her. You wait for her to pick out a lock or high tech paraphernalia, or even just a pin from her hair. Well, oh yeah, Equius, I know. She's like, she's like you without all the fetishy stuff that kind of keeps you going. Yeah, but you gotta admit, I do, and I have talent, so I'm good. Dude, at least put it in the pile. I have to have a special recording place for me and you record. You know that? Fucking, just put it in that hole. Put it in that hole. So this is the hole I use for most of my sweaty towels. That's where I put most of them, yeah. Instead, she takes a step back and delivers two sharp kicks to the knob. What? What? Am I not the? I'm not the goddamn super. Equius, come on, man. We can't be wasting time, man. We're like 27 minutes in, and we can't be wasting time like this. Right. You have other things to do. Sorry. It's okay. Let's just keep going. But I may need a few. I may need a few hours when we go home. Trust me, with you, with Monica and freaking Aridin probably still making our place smell like making our making our home smell like artificial you know what and fish. We're good. But when we leave here, let's go get some air fresheners. A lot of them. How much do you have on you? A lot. Don't worry about it. Anyways, you assure her that you are absolutely not judging the the way she's running this operation. You don't think you've ever met a mercenary before, unless you count the guy who tried to hit you up for cash when you were injured, or the little girl who drained your blood for paint, or the boy who constantly was on the prowl for delicious meats. Yeah, people love that. Love that one. The one I read. I don't want to talk about it. The apartment's the apartment's a little dingy, small, smells like old pizza. Good news. Not that it smells bad, just the fact that there's pizza here. You don't think you ever could live on a planet that didn't have pizza. That's be that's just beyond the pale. You try you try to shut the busted door as well. Polly Polly plunks herself down on the couch and pulls out her phone, or whatever Skyla called a a plum husk. She pulls out her plum husk and proceeds to ignore you. That's okay. She has important. It's important for friends to give each other space. You take the opportunity to poke around your. You're currently legally occupying just a. You're currently legally occupying just general being a noisy piece of shit. Whoever lives here is a real slob. The dishes are piled high in the sink, yeah. The window and the windows are so dirty you can barely see out of them. Something stick something sticky and red stains half of the counter might be blood. But you're sure it might be Kool-Aid. No, it's not Kool-Aid, man. If this is a if this is a rust blood house, yeah, that's red. That's red troll blood you're seeing. Fuck, god damn it, shitting fuck breath. Something appeared to have gone wrong. Polypa is hunched on the couch. Hunched. Polypa. Polypa is still on the couch, hunched over her plum husk, held close to her face as she types with her knuckles. You've noticed a lot of trolls do that, possibly with their claws. It's all over. It's all over Chitter. Everybody's talking about it. My contract, they got her. She's been cold. Her voice is flat, her eyes expressionless. She lets the plum husk slip out of her fingers and into her lap. You just stand on the couch. You just stand next to the couch like an asshole. You don't know what to say, and you doubt Polypa is really the hugging type. But you can't stand for her to still look. You can't stand her looking so dejected. Before you, before you start pitying me, don't. I barely knew her. It's not like we were in a quadrant or anything. It was just business. Equius, I know that feeling all too well. To be an assassin that cares. It's not really good. It's not really a good thing. It isn't a good thing. Because you had to be emotionless. And you have to act like you don't care when you do. I know that feeling. It's a hard feeling. Wow. I didn't really know you were an assassin. Me and Ansakamaru used to do a lot of things. And I'm only proud of a few of them. But it was way before we started doing comedy stuff. Way before that. But that's the story for another day. You sit down on the other end of the couch, tipping your head, raising your eyebrows to show that you're ready to listen and learn and commiserate. Piper wraps her arms around her knees. Most pros work with a partner. It's a lot easier to have someone you trust to watch your back. Usually a quadrant pair who work together. Sorry, I'm getting some stuff. Hold up, guys. I need to close out of Chrome. Yeah, there we go. There's a particularly famous one, an olive and gold blood duo. I lost plenty of jobs to them. I have, but I've never, I never found anyone that I can trust enough to make into my partner. Beyond the random one-off. Killing a sea dweller is no joke. It's almost totally impossible. I'm so glad I wasn't doing this with Aaron. He'd probably get pissy. You know he always does. I think Monica's the one that's been keeping him kind of, in a weird way, placated. But anyways, let's keep going. It's, it's totally impossible. It's almost totally impossible. Does that mean the guy back in the square isn't actually dead? Polypa looks affronted at the very thought. Excuse me. No, no. I'm sounding like you. It's kind of weird that you are. I know, but I thought this would be better. It just, it means I had a very expensive knife. I had to get a very expensive knife and coat it in a very expensive poison and stab him in the right place. The motherfucker, the motherfucker is dead. There's no doubt about that. I don't leave jobs half done. Castle High, Castle High jobs are my specialty. Most people are too afraid to take on higher, take on jobs higher than teal. Me, I don't care. Low blood, high blood. If you got the cash, I'll do the job. If I have a partner, it would make things a lot much easier, I'll admit. I'll admit that much. You cough lightly into your closed fist. What's this? Something caught in your throat? Perhaps it's the safe hand of fate reaching down a finger, testing your gag reflex. You murmur delicately that sometimes destiny steers you in a direction you never thought you'd go. Maybe, just maybe, it steered her to you. It's forward, but it's that's forward for sure, but you pretty much you pretty much hand you're pretty much an old hand at this by now. Polypa snorts a little. It's a little watery, but she isn't crying, is she? No way. She's not a. She's not a tough assassin. She, no way. Not a tough assassin like her. You're just imagining it. You. No offense. I only grabbed you because you looked so weird, and I wanted. I figured you wanted to avoid the drones even more than I do. You don't exactly blend in. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with her logic. But the sourness. Okay, I'm just looking at how our recording's going. Okay, everything's going like clockwork, and I'm not getting a. This is overclocked. Okay. But the sourness in your throat. Now realization, Polypa had not chosen you for obvious trustworthy reasons and potential friendship. Rather, you look like a goddamn disaster. A fair assessment. Whatever. You can get past that. God knows you've gotten past a lot worse than like attempted murder. As a good friend once said, you gotta break a few cook beast embryos to make a grublet. Considering considering you are now more thoughtful than before. I guess beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't exactly be choosers. But you have to remember. But what you have to remember isn't destined to find out. That the the faint finger reaches further down, and chokes you. Keys jingle outside of the apartment. Whoever's out there who's ever out there catches sight of the busted door. What the hell? Polypa and you lock eyes. Oh, oh shit. A quick flash of the silver knife suddenly Polypa's hand. Where, where did you, where did it even come from? So, oh! What? It's an Assassin's Creed reference. Inside the halls, someone is swearing in broken door inward wait a minute, before before it is all, the 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 way the way opens. Polypa is up and over the couch, launching herself at the intruders. Shit, wait, you're the intruders. And this is where you're afraid of. You're about to watch your new friend get killed by some poor low-blood troll. This is a terrible idea. Too bad there's no way to go back in time and choose this choice over again. But that would be rad. You wish your life was like that. A short, a short, a short little guy with a red symbol on his shirt comes through. Right behind him is a troll so tall he ducks down to get through the door. Oh hell no! I think this is signaling to us that we gotta try again. Look, babe. Look at these tiny little wiggler thieves. Wiggler thieves? Babe. Okay, this is getting a little weird. And coming from you, that says something. It actually says volumes. Polypa rides in his grip, his claws clawing him like an angry cat. He hangs on, giving her a shake. Shit, you have to do something, but what? If you can get into that purple guy's reach, and you are absolutely going to get killed. But you try moving your feet, but your survival instincts kick in, and you are rooted in the spot. You can't do anything. You are useless. You don't even know what happened to Polypa's knife. God, God, you wish you would have taken some self-defense classes on Earth. The high blood gives Polypa a wide smile and tosses. Oh wait a minute. I think I know. I think I know who this high blood is. But I'm gonna keep reading. I should probably get in on this. All right, go for it. The high blood gives Polypa a wide smile and tosses her across the room like lobbing a dodgeball. She lands on her back, rolls to her feet, and bolts for the window. Of course he would have a mate spread. I high blood the high blood turns to you and sticks out her the high blood turns to you and sticks out a big gray tongue. Wow, you suddenly can move your feet again. You throw yourself out of the window after Polypa. So you do it. So basically, you're doing a drop roll out the window. Don't do one of your jokes. Oh come on! You just don't get them because you're not human. Or, Chaos Lords are basically human, and that's the funny thing. You are the only. You are the only one. You are the only one floor up, but the one, but that's floor one. More than more than you would like to be falling out of a building. Your fall is broken by Polypa, meaning you got a collection of brawny elbows and knees applied to your gut. She bares her teeth at you. Get off, idiot! They're definitely gonna call the drones. We've gotta run. You roll your big floppy body off of her and hustle to keep as she peels off down the street. You throw one last glance at your over your shoulder to see two guys hanging out of the window. The hybrids wave lazily. Polypa starts starts out pretty strong. Actually, you should read this. Polypa starts out pretty strong. Pretty soon, she's limping and leaning on your shoulder. A jagged piece of glass is wedged in her calf muscle. You lean down for a closer look. You're no doctor, but recently you've become an expert in acute injuries. What the hell? Stop. You want me to leave a blood trail? Your heart sinks. Your heart sinks all the way to your aching feet. God, you've been so sure you had this one on lock. You mentioned you mentioned half mumbling to yourself that maybe it would be better if you had stayed together. Safety in numbers and all that. Oh yeah. Maybe safety for you, but this was a terrible idea. I can't believe I ever trusted someone who could have my back. Yeah, let's do another one of your amazing plans. Sounds great. She leaves you in the intersection of the street. So do you. So she just fucking. Okay, so she just fucking leaves. At least you didn't get. Least. At least your lazy ass didn't kill her. Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, right? Like, we didn't. Ugh. You want to just try again? We might as well. Fuck, let's try the brain dead option anyway. I know, right? This is so like I thought this was gonna go a different angle, but I guess it didn't. Well, me and you did use our better judgment. Yeah, but I thought it would work out. Yeah, me too. But hey, we can start again. Okay, let's freak out. You abruptly stop. Someone smacks you from behind. You go down hard. Your hand is ripped away from the girl. Gives you a fierce growl of disappointment. Just move. I'll deal with this on my own before it's done. Yeah, I just wanted to see what this does. Yeah, it's a fucking Assassin's Creed reference. Are you even surprised? No, not even in the least bit. But let's get to it. You're you're gonna we're gonna be doing the story of another guy troll. Are you ready for that? No, Equius, you're gonna actually do that one. I'm just gonna sit back and let you do it. I'm gonna sit back and let you do that. this Tuesday? Because I'm not joining in on that. No. I mean, I know your species doesn't have the concept of gay, but just nah, I can't do it. All right, okay, we just looked at all the options. We looked at all the options and play along. So we're gonna go the other way with this. I guess so. This is gonna be dumb. Let's just do it. So basically, we should have went on the date. Basically. Oh, how are we supposed to know that? I know, right? God. Ugh. I swear, this game punishes you for thinking. But we both know who's behind it all. Ugh. That kind of burns me up a little bit. Oh, for me, it burns me up way more than you could ever know. But hey, let's keep going. Let's do it. She squeezes your hand. You would have thought holding hands for so long would be sweaty and uncomfortable. You certainly are nervous enough, but her skin is surprisingly cool. Okay, this is going in the way that I thought it was gonna go. Yeah, this is still pretty weird. I know, but hey, it's still going. It's still going the way I thought it was gonna go. You didn't think it was gonna go. You were like me. You were thinking the same thing I was thinking, that we'd have her hide in those apartments. Don't freaking turn this around on me, hoof beast lover. I may love hoof beast, but yeah, I did. Man, okay, you're right. I was more guilty than you on that one. Well, that's a judgment on your part, I know. But let's keep going. With a couple of exceptions, all of your new friends have been literally cold-blooded. Also, also metaphorically for a few of them. But you aren't going to judge them for their lifestyle choices. That isn't your place. As a new friend, as a new friend, regardless, this is kinda nice holding hands, even if it is under false murder pretenses. Come on, there's a theater in there. Makes sense, you aren't from around here, and I don't think Polypa is either. But you can always recognize a mall when you see one. So, stores and escalators, and a fountain of pretty slimy mall water. That's probably been there for years. The biggest difference between this and Earth, uh, you know, not, man, I'm not gonna break the fourth wall. Let's just keep going. The biggest difference between Earth and Earth Mall, that anyone working. There doesn't seem to be anyone working these stores. It all seems to be automated. The top floor appears reserved for high bloods. The polyplay is holding onto your hand. Gosh, it really feels like you're going on a real date, a very friendly date as far as you know. You've never been on a date with an assassin before, have you? High blood? Oh, I don't want to talk about that. That's a little personal. I mean, I know we're roommates, but there are certain things I just don't talk about, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, though. You can't read showtimes and descriptions, and you don't have any money, but Polypa chooses the movie and pays for you both. She tosses a couple coins into the slot machine and spits out 2 tickets. You don't see any soft serve grub cream, but you are a little queasy from the mingled nerves of incitement. Anything to deal with grub cream, it's ice cream. And a pop, and however, stop for a bag of buttery explosive kernels at the concession stand. The theater you follow Polypa into isn't crowded, but you still feel you still feel a pair of eyes settling on you as you walk up the steps. Your heart pounds, your heart pounds, sweat slides down the back of your neck. You're positive that everyone can see right through you to a deeply controversial cross species matchup you got going on there. Got going on here. Even worse, Polypa takes a seat really close to the other group in here. Man, awkward. The movie starts playing in Alternia, but there aren't any trailers before the movies. Like, kind of a bummer. You want to fill this one for people that are watching this? Well, for those of you that don't know, Alternia making movies is kind of a new thing. They don't really have TV; they only have movies, so it's kind of a new thing on Alternia for them. So yeah, they wouldn't have. Wouldn't think they had trailers, or maybe they just find it kind of dumb. Either way, kind of a bummer if you're gonna sit here. If you're gonna be stuck here, you want to know the you want to know the news. What's the hot new summer blockbuster you have to look forward to. Surprisingly enough, the movie turns out to be romantic comedy. Polypa expected you expected Polypa to choose a thriller or a horror movie. You technically know you're kind of on a date with an old bud. And Biscuit's kind of like you. What are you trying to imply? Nothing at all. All right, we're gonna talk about this later, man. Also, you've been taking all the milk out of the refrigerator. Gamgee and the others wanted to talk to you about that, but I wanted to talk to you while we did this. Oh, we'll deal with it when we deal with it. But from what you can glean from the plot, it's about a beautiful young Jay Blood who gets involved with a visiting blue blood and their servants, a big bumbling bronze. The low blood's betrayal strikes you as vaguely offensive. They they grunt and fall down a lot. Oh shit, there's low blood racism. I mean, I've always thought that, but wow. Yeah, Attorney is not the best when it comes to low bloods. I mean, I can see that. I mean, I can see that from the dialogue, man. You hung out in the you hung out the caverns. The caverns look a lot fancier than you remember from hanging out with Brunny Tub, but just a lot bigger and more glittery. The main character spends a lot of time pulling a jeweled comb through her luscious hair, and the dialogue's kind of incoherent. But you don't just and you don't just think it's because you're unfamiliar with the cultural context. It doesn't help that Polypa keeps running commentary throughout. The ban on conversation has been apparently lifted. I can't believe they added in his storyline of mistaken identity. So unnecessary. Polypa's acting like me. Um, I don't know how to. Are you? No, 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 no. That's not what's going on. Don't tell the audience what's going on with the cheeks. Okay? I can't believe they added the mistaken identity storyline. So unnecessary. Also, a black rom-com is boring in comedies. There's no punch to it. I can't believe how bad it is. I don't remember the book this being this garbage. I read it a long time ago. My taste my taste always was my taste may have worse back then. You you look at her and you look at her in a whole new light. She shrugs, possibly a little self-conscious. What what? You think assassin can't? I've been assassin since I pupated. I used to have a blog of relationship advice and stuff like that. Of course, I was just messing around. I didn't know anything beyond what I read online. Okay, I never had a blog, but the fact that she's kind of critical of this is just, it's a lot like me. It's weird. You have no idea they are. You have two characters are kissing on screen. You have no idea who they are. You are way more interested in the fact that Polypa decided to tell you her life story in the back of a movie theater. The lights, the deep blue lights in a scene brooding caverns wash over her, making her look noble, noble and sad. You are entranced. It didn't last though. I doubt I doubt it had anything to do with my blog. A few sweeps ago, a group of kids broke in my hive and I think they were high on soper. Oh! Yeah! I wouldn't know anything about trolls being high on soper. Not me. It's not like I live with another troll who's fighting a soper addiction and we're all trying to fight to have him not get high again. It's totally not what's happening. Yeah, totally. Whatever, they stole a bunch of my shit and killed my losers. And some and the little piston ponies broke both my legs with his brain just because he thought it was funny. You are riveted, but you have a bit tragic backstory yourself. But it's nothing too dramatic. But it's nothing this dramatic. Polypa picks through the buttery kernels, explo- exploded with del- with a delicate claw. I was trapped in my hive, and I would have starved to death if it hadn't been for some teal who lived in my neighborhood. Just some idiot who ran an eastern sort. Teal, you say? Uh, that's not me, man. Oh yeah, you're indigo or blue. Which is it with you? Indigo? Is it indigo or blue? Are you indigo or blue blood? It doesn't matter. It so doesn't matter. Teal blood, teal bloods are platonic bulge lords who they only care about justice. Yeah, that's more Terezi's thing. But they care about justice. And the kids who attacked me for no reason, I didn't break any laws. Oh wait a minute, that's not an I. That's kind of a thing. Anyways, I'm an equal opportunity. How I take jobs. Low bloods, everyone is scum. One of the kids in the row turns around to tell Piper if she and her Moira want to get all nasty and pale and maybe you should get a room. Hey! We don't do that pale. We don't do that pale shit around here. At least I want to get to know a troll before I get all pale. You know what I'm saying? Um, High blood, you're blushing. I I know that. Thank you for telling me. So about I'll tell you later, Ek. But yes, if you since you I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're about to say. And yeah. Let's just say I had a fondness for a certain troll, and that's not let's say I had a fondness for a certain troll. That's it. Polypa kicks in the back of her chair and tells her maybe you should mind her own business. The girl looks ready to jump the back of her seat, but the guy next to her just pats her head firmly on the cheek and she's giving her a shoosh. She's giving her a shoosh pat. No one knows what we're talking about. I know. But that's the thing. If they want to really know, they need to just read. They need to read the webcomic. All I gotta say about that. The girl, okay, shows celebrity mission. It's comfortable, but comfortably intimate eye contact. The girl settles down. After that, everyone goes back to watch the movie. Do you know I never really even got to hold? It doesn't matter. The rest of it goes by. Your heads go by with your head spinning, your heart in your throat, and you are glad Polypa trusts you enough to share her past, but you are nervous about talking about it in public. Wasn't it a what was wasn't it the whole point of coming to the movie to lay low? Okay, you think when the girl sees the description alert, she's not going to think about the noisy olive blood getting all conciliatory in public. It's way safer than skulking around, believe me. Gosh, Polypa is an expert. You're so glad you got to go on a date with her, even if it was mostly fake. Ah, High Blood, you're not thinking of making another show. Maybe you have other ones you're working on right now. I know, but come on, man. I can make another one. People say it's old hat because you're kind of doing the same thing. I can change it up a little bit. All writers do. But anyways, let's keep going. As soon as you are back out in the streets, Polypa pulls out her phone. Slowly, her face falls. Fuck that little nook licker. I thought she bailed on me, but according to Chitter, she's dead. They got her. Damn it! I told her to be careful. Her sadness quickly turns to rage, vibrating off of the frenetic waves. Her voice gets louder. People are starting to look your way. Heck, heckling in the theater is one thing, but shouting the phone about murder is another thing. This is going south fast. You need to calm her down. Shoe strapper! You're doing the shoe strap. For the lack of a better plan, you copy what you saw the troll inside do to his angry date. You press her palm firmly on her cheek, and in the intense shock, she blushes deep. I got a girlfriend. I can't fall for another troll. I can't do it. It's too sad. No. It's too sad. Oh heck, I could tell you a story, but not now. It is too sad. But before, but I can tell you this: before there was Palutena, heck, before there was even Ryoko, there was one person. There was one troll that I was actually. I'll tell you later. She's and her eyelids closed. She leans near touch as if she's comforted, drawing her comfort from this tiny little gesture. She blinks and then pulls away. Listen, I'm technically on the clock right now. Let's be professional. Yeah, totally. She reaches, she reaches up and repeats the gesture to your face. Unbelievable. It fills you with warmth. Could this be the warmth of friendship? You're a weird-looking double horn amputee with a few social skills, terrible survival instincts, and both a short-term and long-term memory loss. But you're all right. If you ever want to earn a little cash, I could use a partner I can depend on. It is raining. No, those are tears in your eyes of gratitude. Okay, don't get too choked up. You're definitely just gonna be bait. You sure, Polypa? It's due to your general ineptitude. You wouldn't want it any other way. Okay, now that this episode is over, I'm gonna go in my. When we leave this video, I'm going in my room and I need to be alone. I understand. I'm sorry, Ek. No, I understand. I understand how you. I understand how you get. It's perfectly fine. You. You mean that? Yes. All right, folks. Before we end this, like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm doing these every Monday, and with old Ek or maybe even Airden or maybe even Gamzee, you'll see all of us do this together. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, I did kind of reveal a little too much about my other part of my backstory that I didn't really want to talk about because of a lot of different reasons. But one day I'll talk about it with all of you. But for now, and yes, it does have something to do with Friska. And yes, it, I don't want to. I'll talk about it later, guys, when I'm getting ready. We'll see you guys later. Bye, folks. Bye, folks, and peace. Equius, you got anything to say? Well, see you all later, everybody. You may be all. Some of you may be low bloods, some of you may be high bloods, but you're all cool in my eyes. Because living on Earth has taught me one thing. I don't have to worry about the hemo spectrum. Because everybody on Earth is pretty accepting. So, yeah. Alright. See you guys later. Heck, let's go home. Oh, come on, Bugsy. Don't leave on a sad note. I'm not leaving on a sad note. I just reminded myself of the worst pain I ever experienced. Only second to another tragedy. Well, third to that tragedy. But let's go. See you guys later in peace.